everybody, and welcome back to Casual Gamer Oz as we continue on with F1 2016, our rookie championship season. We are now into the next Grand Prix in Canada, Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, my favourite track on the entire calendar, and I'm feeling lucky, very, very lucky. Recap of the last Grand Prix in Monaco, one that you knew I was going to do shit in, clearly because I qualified in 22nd before deliberately putting it in the wall basically as I crossed the line. Now the opening of the race, I got fairly okay start, got a bit of a side swipe by my teammate Felipe Nazar, who kind of pushed me to cut the first corner, but luckily for me I actually avoided getting any penalties and I got sort of midfield there, so I was kind of satisfied with that, but obviously then going into the hairpin I managed to damage my front wing, get involved with Carlos Sainz, and I decided to pit for once to obviously try and make my way through the field, given I only finished 21st. There were two cars that were disqualified, there were cars behind me that were also having to pit, so all I had to do was just slowly make my way home, finish in 18th place, would have made the team happy. But a lapse of concentration coming out of the tunnel for whatever reason, I met into the wall and I lost my front tyre, wheel, whatever, and I was out of the race for my second consecutive DNF, third consecutive DNF if I am not mistaken actually, Ben, so fourth out of the opening 6 races. Now we're into Montreal, and this is a track that I fucking love. Let's go straight into it. And I was very lucky to actually be at this Grand Prix earlier this year in 2017, and it's always been my favourite race to race in games, favourite race to watch. You only have to get up at about 4 o'clock in the morning here in Australia to be able to watch it live, and it had always been up there with Monaco in terms of the Grand Prix that I wanted to attend the most, and it was worth every penny. The best Grand Prix I have ever been to in terms of the atmosphere and the spectacle, and I have to say that Montreal put on a Grand Prix like no other place I've ever been to. The atmosphere on the circuit, in the city as well, they have a big street festival going on, where they basically close off about 3 or 4 city blocks with just all these exhibitors and just everything. It's a great atmosphere. If you're going to go to a Grand Prix anywhere in the world, go to Montreal in Canada. It is very much worth it. But right now, given my knowledge and experience and fondness of this circuit, I'm aiming for top 10 and maybe even a surprise pole. Let's go for a surprise pole because I'm in first position at the moment. Lewis is going to have the speed from coming out of the hairpin. Now, Grand Prix, the grandstand to the right there, I should say, was the stand I was sitting in earlier this year. Now, this last corner tricky. You can make or break it. You hit it right, you can always cut it just ever slightly heading into the Wall of Champions and definitely make up some speed just like that. And if they let me get away with it, which I think they do, I think I'm going to get a pole position here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to cross the line. Pole! Yes! Puts a Sauber on pole position. If you don't mind, I told you I like this track. I told you I am good at it. And that is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? How do you like them apples? I got a pole position in a Sauber. Now I've just got to finish the fucking race. Based on my track record, you realise this is just going to be a hollow feeling. I've got to celebrate whenever I can, folks. Yeah, there you go. Sure, I'm going to get lots of resource points for that. Come on, you gave me like 100 for fucking finishing last in Monaco. No, I lost my rivalry to Kevin, by the way, in the last race, and we didn't see that. And I'm leading it right now. So, did I only get like 70 resource points? Fuck you, game. Can that give me any upgrades? I bet it's going to rain tomorrow too. I'm on 279, so let's have a quick little gander here. Nope, I can't do anything with my car. Well, that is just typical, isn't it? But shit happens. Let's go to the race. Okay, so pole position in my 7th Grand Prix in a Sauber. The worst car on the grid, according to the statistics on this game. Don't be raining. Oh, it's a dry race. Hallelujah. Alright, let's take a look right now at the grid. Who's going to be on pole position, I wonder? There's that ugly fucking face. Rosberg second, Hamilton third. Ricciardo once again up there. Good job, Danny Rick first and fourth for the Aussies. Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Alright, Ferraris lock out the third row. Verstappen, Bottas is up there high. So is Massa. Williams out qualifying the McLarens there. Button's down a little bit, is he not? Yeah, 13th. Alright. Grosjean 14th. Verline once again putting that matter up there above the Toro Rosso. This is Arianto. Gutierrez, Magnussen. Is my teammate last? Oh, that would have been interesting first and last, but of course it's Palmer. Who else would it be? Because that guy sucks. Alright. Let us do this. Let us do this. Pole position. Very first one. You nervous? You nervous watching this? You know I'm nervous. 4 lights, 5. Go, baby. Let's do this. Okay. Already losing that, but I'm going to take him into the first turn. Oh no, Rosberg, don't you dare take me out, Daniel Ricciardo. You are my countryman and we are besties. We're going to drink Foster's after this race, even though it tastes like piss. Okay, look, I'm still happy with second position. I didn't get taken out the first corner. And I'm going to catch Nico. I'm going to catch this little bastard. I'm not if I spin around like that. Whoa, what am I doing? Concentrate, 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 Ben, concentrate. Do this. This is your time to shine. I've just actually got an incredibly itchy nose, and that's why I think I'm moving the controller. And I'm sniffling too, and it's great for you to listen to. Oh, this is this is like not even the end of the first lap, and I'm already nervous. How much Nico Rosberg pulled away from me? At least kind of it's not ultra unrealistic that I can get a pole, but then all of a sudden I'm just like completely being fucking swamped here, because this is I think what everybody would expect if this was to happen in real life. Okay, now I'm not going to try anything by pushing people through. I'm just going to let them take me. Just go ahead, Lewis. I'm just going to do this into the final little section. Don't go into the wall of champions. And there we go. We are 1/5 of the way through of holding on to getting... I'm just going for points. I know I got a pole. I know I'm in second position at the moment. But we've got to be realistic here, folks. This is somebody who's crashed out of the last 3 Grand Prix here. And pretty much every single race I have crashed out of it has been a stupid mistake. You're only probably going to say Bahrain was the only one where I was completely blameless in how I actually retired. I mean, I know my damage that kind of caused me to run wide was to blame. But anyway, that was me to blame, I should say. I'm doing well, second position. Lewis is finding out that I've got the widest Sauber in Formula 1 right now. I'm just being cautious, because this is the thing. If I could use flashbacks, I would be more aggressive with how I'm defending and how I'm going about things. But I want to actually finish a goddamn Grand Prix. And I've got to look. I get a pole position, and they still say, "Oh, it's okay, Ben. Just as long as you finish in the top 16." Again, you can tell their high praise and thoughts of me. Let's go the right this time. We'll take the inside. Let Lewis try and take me on the outside, which you're not going to do coming into this last section, bucko. Oh, yeah, that's how you do it, ladies. Let Rosberg waltz away into the distance. DRS is enabled, though, so that's going to make things a little bit easier for those behind me. It's going to make it actually very interesting to see how that goes in that back straight. I'm not going to even put it on rich, because where did I... no, the car's improved, is it not? That's right. Oh. Okay, I was thinking of Mo Petrelli, my former career, that I ran out of fuel after doing well. That was actually my last season with Mo, when I was driving for Ferrari, and I was in the next race in Azerbaijan, and I was in the points, and I managed to put the fuel on the rich mode too much, and I ended up running out of fuel. But of course, the only upgrades we've done to this car so far this season have been to the fuel efficiency, which hopefully will help us a little bit later on at some of these more power circuits, as I just need to hold off. This first part of the circuit's fine, but it's going to be this section here. Look how many of them are behind us there fighting. It's not the Trulli train, it's the Waterworth train. Ricardo's got me here. Sure, hell, Raikkonen getting feisty. I'm just going to plant my car on the inside here, let them all go ahead of me. Off you pop with your fancy DRS. And I'm just going to go like so. I'm going to go like so. And I'm going to say, suck my balls, honey. Kevin Magnussen style. 1 and a bit laps to go. Ladies and gentlemen, a famous podium is on the cards here for Ben Waterworth. Now, we're not going to jinx it, because every time I start talking myself up, you know what happens. I find a way to plant myself in the wall. But if I can get a second position here, shit is going to get motherfucking real. Alright? Let's do this for Australia. Let's do this for Sauber. Do this for Switzerland, because that's where Sauber are from. Now, Hamilton and Ricciardo are having a beautiful little ding-dong battle behind me. Hamilton is going to go into the inside here. Do not turn into me. Do not turn into me. Oh. I'll tell you what, Lewis. You can get impatient all you want, mate. But this is my time to shine. Thank you, thank you. Now you watch these motherfuckers go around me here once again. We're going to plant it right here on the inside. I'm not going to move, and I've actually got a bit more of a drive out of that hairpin rather than I'm used to. I don't think he's even going to catch me into the last corner. He's got some speed. Look how fast he is coming into that, but he's going to be nowhere near me. Nowhere near me at all. There you go. That is how you do it. Last lap. Whew! Last lap. Again, we just want points. A podium is a bonus. We've never scored points before. I will happily take 10th position at this point, but I just want to sniff some points. But we could be tasting champagne, beautiful, crispy, sweet Canadian champagne in Montreal. All right. Getting ahead of yourself, Ben. Got about half a lap to go here, Ben. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it! Got Rob Schneider talking to me. Which way are you going, Lewis? No, you're going on the inside. You're going on the inside. Don't you dare take me out. Don't you dare take me out. That's how you do it, Lewis. That's a good little boy. Rosberg's going to win it. I know you're shitty about that, but you're not going to take me out of the race. Oh, did you hit me? I felt something there. All right. He's got to hold it. You got to hold it. You got to hold it. Oh, God. They've all got me. Look at them. There's like about 8 of them there in a row. Ready to pounce. Get a bit of speed. They're going to go into the DRS here. Plant it on the inside, Ben. Do not make a stupid move. You hold your line here. Hold it. Let Lewis go ahead. Even if you can't beat him in this last corner, he's still going to get third. No. Yes. Yes. Oh, he's got it. He's hold on to it. He's going to get second. Yeah, baby. That's how you do it. Thank you very much. Pump those fists up for Australia. Yes, it was super driving, even though I did get pole and I probably could have won. But second position. And I said I'm not going to skip the podium once I get a podium, because here we go. And wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is very, very satisfying to be able to get that. The pole position, to get the second. I honestly thought I was going to get swamped by all those cars, and I'm going to take that as good defensive driving. Very happy about that. I know I'm good at this circuit, and that is how you do it. You can get a shit car like a Sauber, and you can put it in 7th. Sorry, second, Ben. Oh, there he is. Look at him. Look at him. Ben Waterworth on the podium. What an ugly little fucker he is, but who gives a shit? He's going to taste some champagne. Oh, yes, and you get used to this podium celebration because they do exactly the same thing every single time. But who cares? Spray the champagne, Ben. You got a second position. You are a Formula 1 points finisher and a Formula 1 podium finisher. Oh, in only your 7th race. You Lance Strolled that motherfucker up, boy. Good job. Very, very happy with that. They get in for the man hugs. Yes. Oh, shower. There's not even anything to really replay, is there? I guess we can just take a look at the start. Just to see, I guess, look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? Sauber on pole. But you're going to see Rosberg just overtake me. Which, look, you know, it's slightly disappointing, but, you know, I'll still take it. Coming into that first corner. Oh, I did actually hit Lewis there too. Well, that could have been very, very different had that gone differently. And then there we go. There's nothing really more to show. For once, I've got no crashes to actually have to show you. So we'll take it. Rosberg wins. There I am in second position. Ben Waterworth. Oh, how pretty does that name look on the screen like that? Lewis Hamilton third. Ricciardo fourth. Vettel fifth. Raikkonen in sixth. And Bottas in seventh. Massa in eighth. Hulkenberg ninth. And Verstappen, he dropped way back down there to 7th position. Now the championship. Oh, look at that. I'm in 11th. I'm in 11th position. Hamilton is still leading the championship, though. Only 4 points ahead of Rosberg. Rosberg obviously took some ground off him there. You're welcome, Nico. I helped you out there, my friend. Vettel in 3rd. Ricciardo 4th. Raikkonen 5th. Verstappen 6th. Perez 7th. Bottas moves up into 8th. Button drops down to 9th. Alonso drops down to 10th. And I'm in 11th position. Look at that. Let's go for top 10 here, folks. I'm only 2 points off the top 10. There you go. Constructors. And look at that, pretty little number 7, Sauber F1 in 18 points on 7th position. That's, I said it the wrong way. But Mercedes are shitting it over, 99 points clear of Ferrari, Red Bull in 3rd, McLaren in 4th, Force India 5th, Williams 6th, Sauber 7th, Haas in 8th, Toro Rosso in 9th, and the 2 teams that yet to score, suck at Manor and suck at Renault. It's interesting that Manor do so good in qualifying, but can't really seem to hold it there. I'm excited. I'm going to leave you here right now because you're going to like, you're going to subscribe, you're going to do everything else in between because that has been the Canadian Grand Prix. We're off to Azerbaijan next. You know I'm going to end up in the wall there probably, but who gives a fuck because I got a second position in my 7th race. Celebrate it loud, proud, and all that jazz. And let us know what you think in the comment sections below because you have been watching Casual Gamer Oz. My name has been Ben. I'm officially a Formula 1 podium finisher. You're welcome, world. Thank you for your company, and we'll speak to you next time.